So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to be here every Saturday morning with the Australasian crew and often people from around the world in bringing the world's best education in wellness and lifestyle and mission and purpose to our region. And I've been doing this, been partnered with this Manatech for 20 some years. And I've been doing this call with Diana Hunter and Gary Knapp for over 15, probably close to 17 years. And hand on heart, we gain more than we give from being here every week with each and every one of you, and obviously our guest speakers. And today, we're just so lucky. I don't know how to begin to say how busy Dr. Nugent's schedule is and how grateful we are for him fitting us in. We appreciate it in Australasia. We're important down here, and we love Dr. Nugent. That's the bottom line. And I know there'll be many more people watching this who not maybe even met Manatech or our great community or our leaders like Dr. Steve Nugent. I'll just give you a bit of his background. Dr. Steve Nugent is Manatech's Chief Science Officer and Chairman of the Global Scientific Advisory Board. He has more than 40 years of experience in the area of integrative medicine. He has tested more than 6,000 dietary supplement products and formulated more than 100. He is internationally recognized as an expert in his field, and he's been teaching doctors for more than 30 years. He is Manatech's most requested speaker worldwide. He has earned multiple degrees, graduating with top honors at both the undergraduate and graduate levels. His areas of studies include integrative medicine, health and wellness psychology, leadership psychology, organizational psychology, neuropsychology, biological anthropology, nutrition science, and business administration. Dr. Nugent has served as president of the International Association of Complementary Medicine and is president emeritus of the American Naturopathic Medical Association. He is a professional member of the American College of Nutrition. He was also awarded the Servant's Heart Award by Manatech Associates in 2007. Dr. Nugent is one of Australasia's favorites. He carries the heart for the health, the well-being, and education of all he meets. Dr. Nugent is passionate about giving the power of wellness back into the hands of everyday people. And so you want to make sure those of you listening today are lucky to have front row seats, but you'll also want to not keep this education to yourself. So we're all about being the science company. Dr. Nugent is the one that keeps us on track and probably at the head of the pack in that. And Dr. Nugent, welcome to our call.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. It is so good to be on your call. And I have to say, I think everyone knows this anyway, but I just miss you folks in Australasia so much. I miss not being down there with you. I really do. You're such great people. I miss all of you. And this is the best we can do right now. So I'm glad to be able to do this for you.
Fantastic. And Dr. Nugent, I'm going to go off camera, but I'll be right here. Just call me if you need anything.
All righty. Well, folks, we're going to talk about Australasia's new Catalyst product. Now, I don't have any slides, so you're just going to have to look at my smiling face for the next hour. And there's a lot to smile about with Manatech products. So I hope that we have new people today who've never been on this call before. And for those of you who are old and dear friends of mine, I'm so glad to be able to get this information to you today. So what I'm going to do is approach this a little differently than I normally do. Normally, I kind of do a product training where I just start kind of going, A, B, C kind of thing. And actually not always in alphabetical order, even though I try to. But I think at first, what I want to do is answer some questions. Because as soon as the new product launched in Australasia, of course, I started getting questions. And if I'm getting the questions, then other people in Australasia obviously are getting the same questions. So I thought we'd start there, and then we'll work down the list of benefits. Maybe not in alphabetical order, but we'll work down the list of benefits anyway. So you'll get a pretty good idea of why we made this change. All right, Catalyst is a formula that I created for Manatech. Let me see. 1998 was the first version, which we then rolled out in 1999. When I created that first formulation, I had a I had several purposes in mind. One of them was to support metabolism because so many people have trouble maintaining healthy body composition, keeping the fat off. And so metabolism is very important. I wanted to support blood sugar because that is also key in keeping the body fat off to have normal, healthy blood sugar levels. I wanted to support stress levels because in the 21st century, boy, do we have stress. And I don't just mean stress this month. I mean, we have stress in the 21st century. And so there are the appropriate nutrients in Catalyst to support your body's needs when you're under stress. Very, very important. There's support for antioxidant, of course, because that's huge right now. And then there are the very basic foundational needs that the body requires vitamins and minerals for. And that includes growth and development of various aspects of your body, in your brain and various tissues. There's a lot here about the brain and the nervous system that we'll cover as well. But this has gone through several different variations. In the United States, as an example, we have now, I think we are now in our fourth generation of the Catalyst product, each time making another improvement, another improvement. Is this going to happen again in Australasia? Maybe, because we like to improve as we can. And in fact, the reason for making an all new Catalyst for you was to give you some improvements. And we wanted to make this better than before. That's our goal at Manatech, as you know, not just to have the best science, but to serve the needs of human beings in terms of nutrition and to serve them as best as science will allow. That's the whole idea. So this new product has 29 different vitamins and minerals and other nutrients, which are neither vitamins nor minerals. And I'll cover some of that as we go through it. It just got a ton of important stuff in it. And there's now more vitamin C than before. We know how important that is. There's more folate per serving than before. And some people know folate as folic acid. I'll talk about that when we get to folate, when I'm sort of running down the list, okay? We've also added something called sensoril. Now, your label, because every country in the world has their own rules about labels. It's kind of frustrating for me, as a scientist. It's like, this is what it is. Just type that on the label, and every country should be the same, right? Well, that's not the way it works. So some people get confused. They look at the Australasian label, then they look at the American label, because all you have to do is a few clicks on the internet and pop, you're on the American label, right? And then I get the questions of, well, why is this different and why is that different? The main reason that there are differences is because the TGA in Australia and the FDA in the United States have different rules. And of course, we have to follow the rules within each country. The other reason that it appears different, where it's not actually different, it just appears different, is because TGA has different rules about how a label must appear. So when I get to those particular items, I'll reassure you that it's the same. It just doesn't look the same when you read the label. Regulators, I'll tell you. Anyway, thank goodness I don't have to work with regulators every day. God bless them all.